Tokyo, the heart of Japan and home to 37 million people, is one of my favorite destinations to travel to. In this video, I'll go over a jam-packed 3-day itinerary filled with hopefully unique suggestions for return visitors who have already done all the temples and famous landmarks and are looking for newer things to do. Or perhaps you're a first-time visitor looking to add more things to your itinerary. Either way, let's get to it. First up is Teamlabs Planets Tokyo. Teamlabs have exhibits across the world, but Tokyo's one is one to remember. Be prepared to get your senses tested and your feet wet.
Your feet will get wet in some spaces
as you walk and interact through a very interactive exhibit. I'm not usually a fan of these exhibits actually personally, but I found it super enjoyable due to all the interactions you get, especially some of the parts involving water. There are plenty of photo moments and definitely a great experience overall. It takes around 2 hours to complete depending on how fast or slow you want to do it, so plan ahead and leave some extra time between your next activity. As a reminder for those watching this video, Planets Tokyo ends 2023, so get your tickets now if you haven't. Up next is the Tsukiji fish markets, or the outer markets. The Tsukiji fish markets used to be the largest fish market in the world, with almost 3,000 tons of fish passing through the market each day. Since 2023, the government has made changes and the inner markets have now moved to the new Toyoshu fish market. But this doesn't mean you should take the outer markets off your itinerary. It's still a great visit if you want fresh fish and want some of the finest of Tokyo seafood, especially tuna. The most optimal time would be to visit in the morning, but grabbing lunch and some snacks in the afternoon is fine too. I would definitely give these markets at least 2 to 3 hours if you want to properly look around and eat. Once you're done with the fish markets or your last activity, head over to Uniqlo's flagship store in Ginza. Uniqlo's flagship store has over 12 stories of shopping to do. If you're seriously looking to do a wardrobe fix, you can spend hours in this store. I personally spent around 3 hours buying almost a new wardrobe, so I'd say give yourself 1 to 3 hours depending on if you're looking to browse or actually buy new stuff. They even have a whole section for its UT clothesline section with many pop culture references found on shirts and other clothing items. Also, don't forget to pack your passport for duty-free shopping, as they provide a service fare so you don't have to go to the airport and do it there. I also wanted to mention the Yonex flagship store, which is also located in Ginza. This is an optional visit if you're a badminton, golf, or tennis player or fan. I won't go too much into this, it's more of a selective choice, but it's an awesome place to check out if you're a fan of any. I have a full vlog which I'll link on the top right here. So hopefully that packed your day 1, so let's get into day 2. Day 2 we're going to look at some animal cafes, because why not, we're in Tokyo. There are plenty of animal cafes to choose from in Tokyo, so we decided to do a couple to check them out. They definitely do not disappoint. First up is the Owl Village Cafe in Harajuku.
Wow, I'm gonna make those noises.
We chose the Owl Village Cafe in Harajuku because of its high ratings and the fact that the owls were not clipped and chained. It's one of the highest rated owl cafes in Tokyo and it's definitely a worthwhile visit. Each owl has definitely its own personality and guidelines on if you can feed or pet it. There are plenty from small to big and you can even hold one in your arm for a picture. The whole experience takes around 1 hour, including a soft drink and a little souvenir at the end. This is definitely a worthwhile visit, but make sure you book ahead, as spots are definitely limited. After you're done, head on out and explore Harajuku. Harajuku is one of Tokyo's most unique areas, usually known for its youth and fashion. There are plenty of dining options if you want to grab lunch here, and plenty of boutique stores to check out. It's also a great place if you're a sweet tooth, with tons of sweet shops located here. I highly recommend walking down the infamous Takashita Street as well, as it's the heart of all things trendy and quotation mark weird. I'd give Harajuku at least a few hours to fully explore and fully immerse yourself. This is the place you want to be if you love Japanese fashion. Just as a note, some of the retailers do open quite late, around 11 AM, so make sure you cover this in the early afternoon or maybe late morning. Continuing on the animal theme, now we have cats. I love cat cafes in Japan, so I highly recommend at least visiting one. We went to the cat cafe moCHA chain in Akihabara, which is one of the most popular cat cafe chains in Japan with over 21 plus different stores across the country. Of course, feel free to choose your own if you like an easy recommendation, but this is a great one to choose since it's popular and easily accessible and you generally don't need to book ahead. For Cat Cafe moCHA, they charge either by the hour or 10-minute intervals, so it's really up to you how long you want to stay. I recommend at least an hour with these furry cuties, and there are plenty of cats to play around. You can even offer them treats. Okay, so day 3 is really up to you. If you're new to Japan, I would really consider spending a day either in Shinjuku or Akihabara. However, I'll drop a few things on the screen right now, so you can decide what you want to do on your last day. However, if you've done all this and want to try something out of the ordinary, I have just a thing for you. Skyberries. For approximately $20, you can participate in a strawberry buffet, eating premium strawberry variations known as skyberries. These are some of the biggest, yet sweetest strawberries you can find, and skyberries are only found north of Tokyo in the Tsukiji region. This will be a small half-day trip, so you have to head out north 1 hour by normal train, or if you have the JR rail pass, you can take the bullet train instead. Be prepared to use Google Translator, as English is quite seldom out there. Strawberry picking itself takes around 45 minutes, but make sure you book ahead. I'll put a link to the website below. Once you're done with the strawberry picking, have lunch at the nearby restaurants or head back into Tokyo. Just a note, there isn't Uber out here, at least from the time of filming, so you have to haul a taxi. Just get the staff to help call you one. After you're done eating a bunch of strawberries, head back into Tokyo and grab some ramen to finish off. Of course, there are plenty of ramen places, but Ichiran is super easy and it's very English friendly, and you don't want to be stressed on your last day. Just simply input the orders on the vending machine, personalize further with an extra piece of paper, press a button, and voila, your staff will collect your order and you'll have your ramen in minutes. They even have these really cool signs you can hand to staff if you need something in particular. If you're looking for a bit more fun with your food, try cooking your own katsu. We went to Gyukatsu, Motomura, Shinjuku, Minamiguch, and they offer a hot plate and you can basically cook it yourself. Sorry I didn't record any more footage apart from my phone, but I'll link it below if you're looking for a bit more extra food. After that, either catch your next flight or continue on into your next city in Japan. I hope you enjoyed this kind of unique itinerary. I hope you found something to add to your current itinerary, or you could even use this whole itinerary. I'll be making another 3-day itinerary for Osaka and Singapore, as well as other countries, so stay subscribed and hit that like button and turn on the notifications if you want to keep up to date with me. I'll see you in the next video.
I'm trying to drive through without you, without me, sweet tea. Trying to drive through.